Welcome to the Business Spotlight Series. My name is Steve Chiama, and I'm the franchise owner of the Action Coach franchise here in Fairfax, Virginia. And I'm your host today of the Business Spotlight podcast. Today, I have the pleasure to introduce Jamaal Muhammad, the founder of Aries, as my guest. And today, we're going to talk about Jamaal's business, his journey into business, challenges, best practices, and share a peek into what it's really like to build and operate a business. So if this is your first time on the channel, be sure to like and subscribe to get notifications when a new show like this one drops. Jamaal, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here today. And if you
Thank
would
you.
please give us a little bit of background about who you are and tell us a little bit about your business.
Yeah, 100%. A little bit of background about who I am. First of all, I'm 20 years old. I've been doing media and marketing for about 3 years now. So I've been doing it since I was 17 years old. I'm originally from Jersey, but uh, I moved out to Maryland, moved out to the DMV. And when I first got out here, I had a mentor. And he gave me so many different things to do, and I kind of felt like I was just around. He was at such a high level, like, and I felt like I was just around. I didn't really have much to do. So I learned media and marketing because I figured, no business is ever hurt from having more marketing. So I started doing media and marketing, got really good at it, ended up helping my mentor a lot, ended up, getting seen by other people that he was around. You know, for the first 2.5 years of me doing this, it was pretty much a hobby, something that was paying me on the side. And then just about 6 months ago, I decided like this is something that I'm really good at. I'm passionate about. Not only am I good at it, but um, I was able to do some pretty extraordinary things with some pretty extraordinary people. So I thought it was time to turn it into a business, and that's where we are right now.
Very good. Very good. Let's give the listeners a little bit of context about the business in terms of financial structuring.
Yeah.
Um, are you on basically bootstrapping? Do you have investors? Do you have partners? How are you structuring the money aspects of this game?
Yeah. So completely bootstrapped.
Hmm.
No investors or anything like that. Originally, the money that we started up with was the money that I was making when this was kind of like a side hustle, and then I turned it into a business with the money that I had there.
Okay. Now you've learned the marketing role.
Yeah.
There's also got to be able to sell what you've marketed. You've also
Yeah.
got to be able to perform the work that you've
Yeah.
sold. You've also got to be able to do the bookkeeping and all of the pieces of all of those um, processes. Which roles do you still do now, and which roles are you working to, shall we say, delegate?
Okay. I'm looking at. I mean, eventually, I want to delegate mostly all of this. Um,
Hmm.
right now, I am still actively helping to fulfill for clients and stuff like that. I'm still actively
Hmm.
helping to fulfill, so I'm still doing the actual work, as well
Hmm.
as the things that you just named. The bookkeeping
Hmm.
and stuff like that. I can say for me, fortunately, I haven't had to do much selling because most of my clients have been from referral. So a lot of the people that have came and worked with me, especially because with doing marketing, um I like to not stretch us so thin since I have a very lean team. So we don't take on too many people either. So it kind of helps out that I don't have to do much selling. I can actually be an operator and still grow the business. So, but I am doing everything, and I'm looking to delegate. Definitely the finance stuff. Finances is a full time job. Right now I'm doing it part time because I'm still doing other stuff. I realized very early that finance is a full time job, so I definitely want to
Hmm.
delegate that stuff. That's like top of
Good,
my list.
good, 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 good. Um, I may want to come back and explore that a little bit further. But who do you serve best? Who are the clients that you are most able to help?
I am most able to help businesses that are already spending money on marketing,
Mm-hmm.
and businesses that are already currently investing on getting more visible, getting more leads, and
Mm-hmm.
helping them turn like their kind of fragmented process into a one way streamlined thing where everything is working together to help you not just get more leads but close more sales.
Okay. And in that process, what makes you stand out? What's unique? Why should somebody call you instead of somebody else down the street?
I think it's the approach that we take. I think
Mm-hmm.
from what I've seen with a lot of other people who do marketing, they kind of just oh, you need me to run your ads? I can run your ads. That'll be $1,000 a month. And then, or that'll be a couple $1,000 a month. You shake hands, they run your ads, and then you have a vendor running your ads. And then what happens when you need content creation? Or like what happens when you need this, or what happens when you need that? You know, a lot of agencies try to stick into one thing, mainly because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of their contracts are arbitraged. So
Mm-hmm.
you just delegate it out to somebody else and collect the check. With
Mm-hmm.
From what we do at Aries, first of all, we don't have any junior reps. We only have senior
Mm-hmm.
reps, which is pretty nice. So what we do is like we work on everything in house, and we don't just work on one thing. We work on everything, and since we're working on everything, we get a way better understanding of your business. We don't take on a lot of clients, so another thing that we get a way better understanding of your business. We really try to make sure that we're focusing in on the people that we work with.
Okay. Is there any particular vertical or any particular demographic that you can serve best?
Um, so far, I would say I won't say that there's a particular demographic that I can serve the best. What I'll say is
Mm-hmm.
the demographic that I've had the most results in has been in the e-commerce space, and it also
Mm-hmm.
has in the community development space. Both of those
Mm-hmm.
spaces I've done very well in so far.
Okay. Okay. Very, very good. And that's how you get referrals is people within that same community.
Yeah, literally just like people who either seen stuff that I've done, see me doing stuff that I'm currently doing, or just the
Mm-hmm.
business owners themselves talking to other people that they work with.
Very good. Very good. Very good. So that keeps your marketing expense down.
Yeah, it keeps it down a lot. It keeps it down a whole lot.
Okay. All right. So, what is one thing you wish more people knew about your business?
I think that I wish that more say my industry than my business. I wish that
Mm-hmm.
more people took the time to become an informed customer before
Mm-hmm.
they to buy into a marketing agency.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, and I realized this like when I was like first starting out. A lot of people kind of just like want someone to hurry up and take over their marketing, so they don't have to deal with it anymore. Like get this off my plate. I have all these other things to do, and you're basically handing off the main system that drives pretty much all the revenue to your business. If you have
Uh-huh.
referrals and stuff like that, then that's. But if you're actively trying to scale, then your marketing is the thing.
Right. Right.
I would encourage other business owners to not be so quick to just hand off their marketing, and definitely like take the time to become a more informed customer.
When you're in the selling stage, how do you educate your customers at this point?
I educate my customers. That's a great question. I educate my customers by one. I mean, first of all, you got to tell them everything. Like, you got to tell them everything. I think that, like, just like from what I've seen with marketing agencies, like sometimes, like for example, some marketing agencies run your ad account on their stuff, and then let's just say like you churn, like you don't want to work with them anymore, then they take your ad account. Like, and then if they take your ad account and you invested all that money into it, like they just took something that you were literally investing in, and that's all under contract and stuff like that. I think that like make sure that you tell your customers and clients everything, like the full truth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of the full truth. I think another way that I educate them is by when we onboard, we give a lot. We
Mm-hmm.
we like that first 14 days to feel like like we're giving you as much as we possibly can to make sure that this process is as easy as possible down the road. I think that the onboarding is a big thing. And I think that mine is a little bit different because I haven't had to do too much selling because I've been doing a lot based off referral. But
Hmm.
another thing that we do is we have a resource library. We have a
Hmm.
resource. That's our last thing that we do. We have a resource library that gives like a lot more to our clients outside of just like the basic work that we're like doing to make sure they're constantly learning with the process, especially when people have bigger teams. Because if someone has a bigger team, usually the way that it works with us is they'll come on, they'll work with us, and while they're working with us, we're like helping their team and like showing their team stuff as well. So yeah, that's the way
So
we
it's a
try to.
bit of a so it's a bit of a consulting business as well.
When people have team, because I mean at the end of the day we're really good, but you're
Hmm.
you're best at what you do the most. So like if you have an in-house team that's only focused on your business, eventually they'll be better than us,
Hmm.
at,
Hmm.
like at doing stuff for your business. So
Hmm.
sometimes it turns into that. Like if you do have a team, then we definitely do stuff where like we help your team along with us helping you.
Very good. Very good. Let's switch gears a little bit and talk a little bit about you. Um,
Yeah.
you had at one point to make a decision. I'm going to go do this, not as an employee, but on my own.
Yeah.
What was the trigger that set that off? Why'd you make that decision?
I feel like it just felt right. Some things just feel right. I
Hmm.
think when I decided to like be an entrepreneur, like I made the active decision to like um it just felt like something that was necessary for me to do. I've always had a passion to like own something worth more than
Hmm.
me, build
Hmm.
something that, not just I can eat from, but like everybody can eat from. And I think that once I got really, really good at something and I seen like the impact that I could have on other people's businesses, it just felt
Hmm.
right.
Okay, good, good. Along this journey, what's one of the more memorable hurdles that you've had to cross to get
Hmm.
to where you are now?
That's an eeasy one. My age. My age has been like my biggest hurdle by far. I think that especially like because I started when I was 17. So at
Hmm.
first it was hard to it was very disheartening because at the
Hmm.
beginning I was doing work for free. So
Hmm.
doing work for free, but since I was so young, it was like people sometimes didn't even want the work when I was doing it for free. So
Yeah,
it
well,
seemed,
trust is an issue, isn't it?
yeah, they didn't trust me doing their work. A lot of people wouldn't trust me doing like helping them with their business and stuff like that. It
Hmm.
took it took me like a while to even get trusted enough to do free work. And then
Hmm.
once I started doing free work and stuff like that, it got a lot easier because I got to build myself up a resume and stuff like that. But my biggest hurdle by far, I definitely think, was when I was starting. I was so eager to start, but no one would trust me to even work with them.
Now I'm going to ask the obvious dumb question that the old timers need to be thinking about. Yes, okay, age is a limiting factor in some respects, but
Yeah,
is it also an asset in the sense that energy, you're growing with the new technologies that are coming along, you're participating in the new technologies that are coming along differently.
yeah,
Is there two sides to that?
yeah. I mean, definitely. I mean, I would think so. I was doing the work, and I'm still doing the work like every day, and I'm working
Mm-hmm.
with every day. I mean, 100%. I think it's an
Mm-hmm.
asset. Um, I think it's an asset. My age is definitely an asset, and I think that a lot of everyone that's worked with me has seen it, and like you pointed it out, like that's the other side to look at it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I am currently working with stuff that like I completely understand. This is not like something that like came out while I was already like 10 years into doing something else. This is like I'm like living with it. So that's
What's
definitely
this TikTok thing?
yeah. I mean, today I was talking to someone. He's been in media marketing for 25 years,
Hmm.
and then we were just like having a conversation, and he was like, it's like explained to me like how they used to do stuff with newspapers
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and how like literally like when he was doing marketing, like there was no phone, and like I couldn't even imagine. I literally couldn't even imagine doing it.
It's been quite a journey, I can tell you.
I mean, seriously, how long have you been in business for?
50 years.
Like, dude, I have so much respect for like people like you have been in business for so long because like being able to keep up with the times is like,
It's been an interesting ride. There's always something different,
yeah,
a new tool to try, a new toy to play with,
yeah,
a new angle to think about. It's been an interesting process. What I look ahead at is how much it's going to change and evolve over the next coming decades. It's the I suspect the speed of change has only just begun.
yeah,
Um, I mean, AI, people talk about AI in lots of ways, but it's certainly going to be a change agent. And so, what we talk about today, 5 years from now, is going to be different.
yeah. I can't even imagine 5 years from now, man.
Mm-mm. Well, that's actually my next question. Where do you see you taking Aries in the next 5 years? Never mind the technology, but where do you see you taking the business?
Um, in the next 3 to 5 years, my main goal is a monetary goal. I
Hmm.
want us to be I want us to be consistently doing $1 million. Like
Hmm.
that's my goal for Aries right now in the next 3 years. I think it's attainable in a lot shorter time period than three
Hmm.
years. But for the question's sake, that's my goal.
Okay. What do you see as the main challenge to accomplish that?
The main challenge, I think, being honest, I feel like my main challenge is just time. I
Hmm.
think like, and I hope it's not an arrogant thing to say. I think that a lot of the work to get to that goal is being done currently and is
Hmm.
being consistently. I think that it's just a matter of time. More people have to see the work that we're doing. Again, I've only
Hmm.
been for 3 years, and for the for 2 years of that, like I said, I can admit I was doing it more of like a hobby sake rather than doing it as an actual business.
Hmm.
So my main thing is time.
What, as you're growing it, what do you want the business to do for you personally?
Personally, for me, this business would prove to me that all the things that I think I can do, I can do. And
Hmm.
I think that's what the business has been doing for me. Like,
Hmm.
as like we've been like climbing this like endless staircase, for every step that we're able to take, like it's been just like proof after proof after proof after proof. Even the success that we've had in like the 6 months that we've been like actively doing this,
Hmm.
it's been proof for me.
Very good. Very good. Kind of along that line, based on what you've learned so far, and of course, the journey is a learning process every day, but
Yeah.
based on what you've learned so far, are there things that you've learned you would do differently if you were starting your business new today? Hmm.
If I was starting my business new, it's a funny question because I just started. But if I
Well,
was starting,
you did in a technical sense, but you haven't, but you've been in it for a while. You just didn't have a name on it.
if I just started my business and I want and I things I would want to do differently. I think the only thing that I may do differently is when I first started, I was very quick to recruit people.
Mhm.
And I think that was a mistake on my part.
In
I,
what way?
I think that in I think that a core, like I think the one thing that I tried to do in the beginning is I tried to delegate too early without
Hmm.
get truly understand what the role was. Um, and I think that I was too quick to pull myself out of doing the work.
Hmm.
I think that I think that was way too quick to pull myself out of doing work. I think that
Hmm.
this is like something that all business owners I think like know is that like you have to go out and do work. That's like what it is. You have to go out and
Hmm.
I was too quick to delegate when I first started. I realized quickly that I was too quick to delegate, but that's something I
Okay.
did in the beginning.
Okay.
And then
All right. Very good. Based, I mean, that we could follow some of these trails along real far. I think I'm going to ask it anyway. Why do you feel you were too quick to delegate?
I feel like I was too quick to delegate because well, first I think my mindset just wasn't in the right place.
Hmm.
My mindset was in let's start the business, let's let's get the clients stuff fulfilled, and let's get someone else to do this stuff so I can
Hmm.
immediately go focus on the other stuff. And I think that, and this is just like my personal opinion. I think personally that delegating task off is a reward for like how well you run your business to a certain extent. I
Okay.
think that I just like I said, I had money from the work that I was doing. And then since I had the money, I thought it was the right idea to just pay someone to do this because I didn't feel like it needed my attention.
Hmm.
But I ended up doing that and it ended up churning clients and ended up
Hmm.
wasting time and like all that different stuff.
Ah, okay.
When I actually should have been more on top of it. There was more things I needed to learn about it that I
Got it.
completely neglected and things like that. So,
So you hadn't yet set standards for performance.
and I didn't know that, and I didn't know that. I was just so quick to just hire someone. I didn't even know what hiring someone meant. So that was something that I feel like I fell off on.
Okay, now I understand. That's good. Awesome. I think we could do some of this stuff all day long. So in the interest of time, we're gonna head towards wrapping up here. But before we
Yeah.
get there, I got a few rapid fire questions we're gonna try play around with a little bit. What would you say is your key to success?
My key to success is I always empty out the tank. I think that that I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer that if you try your absolute best, like if you drive your car until you can't drive anymore, and then after you can't drive anymore, you push your car until you get to the gas station, then there's no way you're not gonna get to your destination. And I've been just living by that, as much as I possibly can with doing this work.
Okay, good. If we were at a coffee shop talking about business and somebody walked in and was chatting with their friend about their business that they were starting up, is there a piece of, at this point, is there a piece of advice you would want to share with them?
Um, I'm very since I work in marketing, I feel like I'm not very quick to give advice on for people who starting businesses. I'm not very quick, and that's only because start first of all, starting a business is hard.
Mm,
A lot of people think that starting a business is going to be easy. They see
hmm.
they see the rewards of like some of the people that have done like extremely crazy things, and then like once you get in it, like you realize how difficult it is even to make like your first $100,000. It's difficult. It's extremely
Hmm.
difficult. So much personal development, along with other things. So if it was me and you, we were sitting in a coffee shop and I heard it, I personally wouldn't say anything. But if I did have to give any advice, my advice would just be to just be in it for the long run. You know, business is
That's a
not a.
good piece.
I've like just seen very quick that it's business is not a 1 year, get rich quick scheme. It's like it's sometimes a forever thing that it takes a long time for you to like really get good at this stuff.
It's a personal growth journey, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is.
Hmm. Hmm. Um, what's a book you're reading now or have read recently that has had impact on how you're making decisions and driving forward?
Radicals by Saul Alinsky.
Okay. All right.
That's
Why that
that
book?
because the way that um I don't know if you're familiar with Saul Alinsky. If you're not, um,
A little bit.
I encourage it. All right. If anyone doesn't know Saul Alinsky, I would very much encourage everyone to learn about him. The way that Saul Alinsky did things, it's just like it's just so motivating. They just always they they are the like embodiment of give your all, and they always give their all. So listening to Saul Alinsky stories is always like something that like I go back to.
Okay. All right. What would you say you're most proud of in this journey so far?
Definitely the personal development.
Hmm.
The personal development. I think that being in business and being in business the right way,
Hmm.
I can confidently say that I have always tried my absolute best to do the right thing by everybody I work with.
Hmm.
Has has not just developed me in like a way of like a professional, but also developed me in like the young man standpoint of like not just how I treat people, like how I walk like day to day life, how I treat relationships, is like how I do everything in my day to
Hmm.
day life has changed since I started my business. So definitely
It's
the
yeah,
development.
very good, very good. Flipping the question around, if there was one thing you could significantly improve this afternoon, what would it be?
If I can improve one thing this afternoon, it would be fulfillment because that's the main thing that we're working on right now. Right now,
Hmm.
just like for like a little bit of insight on like what we do. Like right now on the content side for my agency, we're doing about um we at our best week we could do about 200 videos a week. If we were
Hmm.
doing content, we could do about 200 videos a week, not just like AI clips, but like 200 real videos in a week. That's like the best we could do right now. I want to do better. So that's like if I could change it this afternoon, I'd make it 1,000 because then we'd have more capacity and more.
Very good. Very good. Okay, so 5 times. So you're looking at a 5 time number right now.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Most important question, how can people who want to know more get in touch with you?
They can get in touch with me on LinkedIn right now.
Hmm.
Um, I'm very early into like my professional life, so
Hmm.
very easy to access. I'm always open to a conversation and meeting. Same way that I met you, I just reached out, seen your profile. I thought you were doing some pretty interesting things, and I wanted to get in touch. Um, and yeah, they can just reach out to me on LinkedIn.
Very good. What's most inspiring to you today?
The other businesses,
In what way?
I work B2B, so
Hmm.
um, right now every client I work with is way more acquitted than me.
Hmm.
I think seeing how far some people get in this game that we're all playing is like so inspiring. Like knowing that
Hmm.
we're all playing the same game, but they're there, and then I could get there. I think that
Hmm.
that's extremely inspiring to me.
If they can do it, you can do it.
If they could do it, I could do it. Yeah, especially because I got to meet some of them. It's like, yeah,
They put their shoes on one at a time, just like you do.
100%.
Awesome, awesome. This has been great. And that's actually a really, really important point. Anybody can build a great business. It's a matter of going through the process to get there, and that's really what it's all about. So That's very good. Getting it, there's no one right answer. It's really just getting it and having a good time doing it all at the same time. So that's great. That was perfect. So thank you for sharing that very much. That's a very good point. The personal development part of this is a very good point. So for all of the audience, I encourage everybody watching, save the show, come back and listen to it. Jamaal actually has shared some really, really good points, not the least of which is that point about personal growth. This is a very inspiring game. It really opens up a lot of opportunities to learn more, not about yourself, but how to be a better, how to be better, how to do things better. So that's fantastic. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you can get notifications like this every time we drop a new conversation. Thank you to everyone who joined us today, and a special thank you to Jamaal for sharing, for being vulnerable, being willing to jump out and tell this story and tell us where he's going with his business. So thank you very much, Jamaal.
Yeah, no problem at all.